Well, I got to be honest with you. It's pretty bad. We've been getting ready for this, but it's not looking good. Everywhere you go, things don't look good in the economy. And there's nothing that I take more serious than the economy. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the Economic Ninja, and we are going to go over what happened the last 2 days in the stock market and what I believe you're going to see in the next week. Now, do me a favor. Type up or down. Do you think the stock market is going to be up or down next week on Monday? It's interesting because I'm waiting to see what President Trump says, because he's definitely setting the tone for this entire thing. So let's go ahead and jump into the news. I've got my notes, and like I said, we're very serious here at the Economic Ninja channel. So, all right, here we go. So a couple things. First off, this was a total crap show. All right. Despite hawkish comments, now these points are coming out of Zero Hedge, just so you know. I want to cite my sources because I'm a very serious journalist. Despite hawkish comments from Powell, which did take the edge off stocks, rate cut expectations soared this week with the odds of 5 full cuts now in play. I want to remind you that rate cuts always start about 2 to 3 quarters before a recession is announced. And I want to remind you that rate cuts started last year. Let's get back to the notes. It says it was a total crap show. This was the worst week for world stocks since March of 2020, COVID lockdown collapse. This was the worst stocks since March of 2020. Pretty impressive, I gotta say. The NASDAQ joined the Russell 2000 in bear market territory, which means it's down over 20% from its highs. The Dow fell a record 2,200 points yesterday. Mag 7 stocks. If you are still in Mag 7 stocks, I don't know what to tell you other than you may need to seek financial help. Not for me, though, because it doesn't matter what my net worth is, what my past is with stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, real estate. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. All that matters is that I did not take a government test. All right, here we go. It says here, today was the highest volume session in history of the U.S. stock market as measured by total shares traded across all exchanges. The VIX saw its biggest weekly jump since February of 2020, and this was the worst week for U.S. credit markets since the COVID lockdown crisis, which was worse than during the Silicon Valley banking crisis. Remember that? I warned about that ahead of time. Holy cow, that was crazy. That was fun. And you know what? That was just round one. We're still not done. We got a lot of stuff coming. This is exciting. And the truth is, we also are going to make a crap ton of money. Do me a favor and type down below, guess how we're going to make a crap ton of money in the next 90 days. Oh, and I got to say too, I'm about to reveal, it'll probably be a week from now. So if you're on the email list, I'm going to let you know my investment that's going to cause me to be able to buy a Lamborghini for $20,000 this year. I'm going to show you all it for free if you want. Sign up down below for the email list. And then I'll do a video much later on the channel about it. All right, here we go. Crude prices crashed 11% on the week, which was the worst week since March of 2023 during the Silicon Valley banking crash. And gold prices saw the second down week of the year. Copper prices crashed today. Silver prices crashed. Not today, yesterday. You remember when I've been telling people, I love gold and silver. I love gold. The smell of it, the taste of it. I once lost my genitalia in a rare smelting accident. Guess what movie that's from? But the truth is, during a stock market crash, these things go down. And honestly, crypto always goes down. This is the first time in the history of crypto where we have not seen a downturn in the crypto markets at large. At the same time, we saw a downturn in the stock market. Now, is this the actual decoupling event? Well, we can't really say for sure because crypto started its downturn about 3 weeks ago, all across the board. And we were preparing for that too. I said, go to cash, take some profits, set it aside. And a lot of people listened and they're crushing it right now. They're nail biting because they want a little bit more of a drop if they buy, like me. But the truth is, crypto tends to tell ahead of time what's going on in the markets because it's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But I'm surprised that it didn't take a bigger hit over the last 2 days. So we may see a decoupling, or we may not. I hope we don't. I want it to crash a little bit more. Type 1 if you want it to crash crypto. Type 2 if you just want it to go up every day. All right, here we go. So let's dive into a couple details, right? It says here, Goldman noted that the flows on their desk today felt more uncomfortable than yesterday. So no duh, Goldman, things aren't good. Activity levels just as high as on Thursday, but chunks of stock coming in sporadic waves. Our floor is again significantly better for sale, and the long-only community is driving this supply. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the market. They're just like, I don't get it. It should just be up every single day, but it isn't. People think that if they buy an investment, it's just going to go up and up and up, and it doesn't work that way. The truth is, smart people get into investments before non-smart people. See, I'm being PC there. And the truth is, if you want to be smart, one thing you have to do is be patient and study. But most people don't have the time or the energy or the ability to do either of those. And that's what I've been trying to teach people for so long, risk management. Do you know that I used to be a habitual gambler? I actually had a serious problem with gambling in college, and then in my early marriage years. Man, you get me around a casino or a poker game, holy cow, I was blowing money left and right. And you know, that severely hampered my investing portfolio too. So I lost a couple big chunks of money that I'd saved up to and invested twice because I was letting my emotional state overrun me. That's why I lost. If I would have held 99% of the stocks that I'd bought in 1999 till today, I'd be up, right? But I got emotional, and that's what gambling does. The gambling spirit wrecks people left and right, and I had a problem with that. So I had to walk away from that, and I learned a lot in 2017 with crypto. And that's why I put that kind of stuff in all my courses, whether it be gambling in real estate, gambling in crypto, gambling in stocks. It's the exact same emotions. And so what you saw yesterday and the day before was all emotions. The truth is, if nobody sold, there wouldn't have been a problem, but people sold. And you're probably going to see more and more of that. China came out and said, hey, the nation, the market has spoken. They're trying their hardest to show a strong hand, but right now they don't really have a strong hand. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'd be more afraid of China trying to pull some more retaliatory deal, try and get the BRICS nations to go, hey, we're gonna be really strong. But really, you're just like, what do you got? What do you got? You know? All right, look, if you guys want the email way before it comes out on the channel of how I'm going to buy that Lamborghini, I'm going to put my money into a specific investment and take 20 grand, and it's going to turn into a Lamborghini Huracan like magic. No, it's not how it works, but I'm being a little sarcastic. But if you want to see what my next move is, because I made a pretty big move a couple weeks ago and it caused the internet to melt down. They're like, why is Ninja selling all of his? No, I didn't sell it all. I just sold half of my XRP. But they're like, why? He said he was going to hold it. Well, it's because there's something coming in the next, I think, week. Hopefully it's not longer because this crap's taken forever. So anyway, if you guys want to learn about it, emails, links down below. It's free. And I think we put out like 2 emails a week. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja, that one's not working, is out. I'm buying the dip.